If English is not your first language, but you want to become an executive virtual assistant and your target market are clients who are mainly based in the US or in an English speaking country, then definitely you need to make sure that you level up your English communication skills. If English also is not your first language, but you would like to also apply in a virtual assistant agency who have specific standards in terms of English communication skills, then you'll definitely need to watch this video because I'm going to give you 5 tips to boost your English communication skills as an executive virtual assistant, especially if you are not yet that confident with your English communication skills. But before we dive into those tips, let me introduce myself. My name is Mia. I am an executive virtual assistant working in Athena, and now I am an operations manager handling a team of executive virtual assistants in Athena. Prior to being an executive virtual assistant working full-time from home, I did not have any experience in freelancing or remote work. My main experience is in a call center industry as well in the weddings and events planning industry. Even though English isn't my first language since I am a Filipino, in our household, I grew up speaking mainly in English since most of my family members are English-speaking individuals. I got used to speaking to everyone in English, our family, our friends. So I can definitely say that I'm quite confident with my English communication skills. Even with the school that I attended during my elementary days up until college, the main form of communication is usually in English. Though I am not fluent in English, I can definitely say that I am very confident in terms of my English communication skills, whether it be written or spoken. But even though that's my background in terms of my communication skills, I did not reach this level of quality in terms of my English communication skills by just simply talking to my family members on a day-to-day basis. It actually is years of practice and doing different things to improve my English communication skills. If you're going to listen to how I talk or to any of the other videos that I have in terms of my vocabulary, it is very, very basic. English vocabulary is actually one of the weaknesses that I have, especially in the position that I'm in right now as an operations manager. I try to have more variety of different words or learning different words in the scope of being an operations manager. My vocabulary usually revolves just around your casual conversation. So I'm trying to level up my vocabulary. And in terms of leveling up your vocabulary is something that's going to be a little bit advanced already. But what we're discussing right now are the tips that you can learn if you are not yet that confident or aren't in the high standards in terms of fluency in your English communication skills. Watch up until the end of this video to find out the techniques that I use for me to sound more professional and sound more fluent than I really am. And you can definitely do the same techniques that I do so that you can build more confidence in your English skills. But first, let's start off with the tips so that you can start practicing and improving your communication skills. First tip that we have, and I think what most of you will definitely going to enjoy, is to watch a lot of English movies. When you're watching English movies, make sure that you don't have any Filipino subtitles or whatever native language that you are at. If English is really not your first language, it's best to start watching Disney movies for kids because they do teach basic English to children. So you can also enjoy those Disney movies and go back to your childhood and you can start building your English skills from there. Once you've enjoyed a few Disney movies, then you can start with more advanced movies, probably drama, science fiction, comedy, horror, or whatever genre it is that you enjoy watching. On top of watching movies, you can also listen to a lot of English music from different American or English speaking artists that would definitely help you in building up your English skills. Next tip is if you are someone who likes to read books, then make sure that you start reading a lot of English books. I know that books are very expensive. If you have that budget, then definitely you can try to purchase books that you definitely enjoy in whatever genre that you like. But if you don't have the budget to purchase books, you can definitely look at free ebooks via Amazon. If you're someone who doesn't enjoy reading long novels, you can start with comic books or graphic novels so that you can enjoy reading while looking at photos or pictures and drawings. Next tip, and this is something that you have to do religiously so that you can get the hang of everything that you've learned from watching, listening, and reading, is that you have to talk in English every day. Mistake while in your grammar and in your vocabulary, you have to make sure that you practice whatever it is that you learn from reading, watching, and listening into talking already on a day to day basis. If you're talking to someone who's speaking in Tagalog or in your native language, you have to make sure that you also try to, or you make it a practice to always reply in English. Like what they say, practice makes perfect. So you have to make sure that you practice on a day to day basis. On top of speaking in English, make sure that when you are trying to think of something, whether it be a daydream or trying to think of an answer to a question, make sure that your thinking should also be in English. This next tip is definitely going to raise a lot of eyebrows because it's very unconventional. But I heard from a lot of people that I talked to that this tip definitely helped them a lot in terms of improving their English communication skills faster and also building their confidence. And this tip is for you to join dating apps. If you're someone who's already married or in a relationship, you're not going to use that dating app to look for people to date. You are actually going to use those dating apps to talk to people whose first language is English. So make sure that your search area is probably in the US, in Australia, in Europe, or any country where their first language is English, and start talking to those people. It's not just going to build your confidence in terms of your English communication skills, but it's also going to build your confidence in terms of talking to foreigners. That's because as an executive virtual assistant, most, if not all of our clients will be foreigners. Now, if you're someone who's single, not in a relationship, and you're not married, then using or going to a dating app is going to be a win-win situation for you. You're building your English communication skills, and you might find the love of your life at the end of that conversation. Next up is you have to look for tutorials online. You can use different apps to improve your communication skills. My favorite one is Duolingo. I use it personally to learn how to speak in Spanish and Icelandic, and in Japanese. So if you are someone who enjoys learning and upskilling, then tutorials are definitely going to help you a lot. There are a lot of apps also on your phone that you can download, like word games, dictionaries, different vocabulary building applications that you can use to improve not just your English communication skills, but your vocabulary as well. Now that you know those 5 tips that you can use to build your English communication skills, as promised, here are some of the techniques that I personally use to sound more confident and to sound better in English. First one is the modulation and the tone of my voice. I try to make sure that I speak a little bit louder than usual. I try not to eat my words, but I always try to say each syllable loud and clear. As much as possible, try to speak in a slower pace so that you can also think of the correct grammar or the correct word to use while you're still improving your English communication skills. Also, try to use hand gestures so that you will look very natural whenever you deliver a sentence or a phrase or a paragraph in English. So, guys, what are you waiting for? Start watching those movies, listening to different music, reading different books or comics or graphic novels in English. Sign up on that dating app and start looking for online tutorials and downloading applications that will help you improve your English communication skills. Once you've built your confidence, you can definitely start looking for your client or apply in that agency that you've been trying to apply to for the last few months. Now, if you'd like to learn more about how to be a successful remote worker or an executive virtual assistant, just hit the subscribe button so that you can receive alerts once I post new tutorials on my YouTube channel. On top of that, I'm going to have my first ever in-person seminar happening on January 27, 2024. That would be at Blogger Creator Hub located at the Mega Tower in Mega Mall Ortigas here in Manila. Event will be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that event is titled The Executive Assistant Edge: Skills and Strategies for Higher Income. We're going to have a few guests. My fellow executive virtual assistants will also be joining me, and they will be talking about their success stories as a remote worker, specifically as an executive VA. Take note that this event is limited for 40 guests only, and there is a ticket price or a door price of 699 pesos. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partner Blogapalooza and Blogger Creator Hub for hosting this event at their Blogger Creator Hub location. Check out this video to find out more about Blogger Creator Hub.
Do you want a place to shoot your content? Are you someone who needs a place for your community gathering? Maybe you want to host events, workshops, parties, shoots, meetups, pop-up shops, podcast recording sessions, and more? Well, no worries anymore. We've got a place. Blogger Creator Hub by Blogapalooza. Blogger Creator Hub is conveniently located on the 7th floor of Mega Tower, offering breathtaking views and a vibrant atmosphere that'll get your creative juices flowing. Starting from SM Mega Mall Fashion Hall, make your way to Mega Tower. Once you're at the lobby, head to the reception area and complete the required information. Locate and board an elevator that will take you to the 7th floor. After reaching the 7th floor, take a right turn to reach Blogger Creator Hub. There are different spaces that you can use. Here we have the BCH Lounge, where you can host events, seminars, gatherings with your friends and family and your community. We also have the CEO office that you can use for your own private working space and probably have your own photo shoots as well. This incredible place is the first brand-powered creator and content studio by Blogapalooza. This place is a game changer for creators like you, offering a wide range of facilities to bring your content to life. Whether you're a blogger, vlogger, podcaster, or social media influencer, Blogger Creator Hub has got you covered. But it's not just about the facilities, it's about the community. Here, you'll connect with like-minded creators, collaborate with brands, and unleash your creativity. It's where the magic happens and the opportunities are endless. So, what are you waiting for? The Blogger Creator Hub is more than just a space. It's a community, a source of inspiration, and a platform to elevate your content game. So come on over and experience the magic for yourself. See you soon, Blogger fam!
If you are a content creator like me or an edu creator like me, you can definitely reach out to Blogapalooza or Blogger Creator Hub. I will have the link in the caption down below, and book Blogger Creator Hub for your next event. If you're not from Manila and cannot attend this event, you don't have to worry because I do have an online course. It's a self-paced online course, lifetime access. The link to that course will be in the description down below. It consists of 16 modules and 16 hours worth of a tutorial with downloadable templates. It's how to be an executive virtual assistant. It's perfect for beginners, especially those who don't have experience as an executive VA or a remote worker before. If you'd like to be a general virtual assistant, I have partnered with CodeGo. They have created a 10-day bootcamp for you in how to be a general virtual assistant. Link to enroll in their bootcamp will be in the description down below. And don't forget to use my code MJCodeGo to receive a free e-workbook. This workbook will definitely help you gain experience as a general virtual assistant, even if you've never had a client yet. So what are you waiting for? Click the link down below to enroll in CodeGo's 8-day bootcamp for general virtual assistants. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope that you learned a lot and you continue to improve your English communication skills to bag that premium client you've been aiming for as a remote worker. Again, if you'd like to learn more about how to become a successful executive virtual assistant, a successful freelancer, remote worker, entrepreneur, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, follow me on all of my other socials, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.